Hey everybody, and welcome to the Just Okay podcast with Whitney Ledesma.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. Welcome to the Just Okay podcast. I am Brittany Ledesma. And this is, just another episode. Today we are outside. Why? Because I've been a little depresso and being outside makes me feel better. So, need I say more? No, absolutely not. I just wanted to do a plant introduction. I was going to garden on camera, but I already gardened all morning. I might just sit down and fuck with my plants though. I really like this. I have this one. Let me grab it real quick. This is one of my newer additions. I know nothing about it. No idea what type it is. I think it's a pothos or pothos. I have no idea. I have a bunch of that type of plant, but I don't even know the correct name of it. Oh no. This little guy just got a little hurt. Oh no, I'm so sorry, babies. Okay, it'll better. I took off the part that fell. Poor baby. And it doesn't have any nodes on it, so I can't propagate it. This morning, I had an idea. What if I gardened in an episode? What if, And now I'm doing that. I feel like I should have brought my microphone to have instead of like my normal one versus this. But I already committed to this, so we're in it for the long haul. I don't feel like walking back upstairs in my apartment. But yeah, I am back home. I'm back in Austin for a minute. I don't know how long I'm gonna be here till I go out and visit the new place again. I'm thinking about doing San Diego later this summer. The past 2 weeks have kind of been hectic. I'm sorry I couldn't do a podcast the other week. I did not want to. I could have, but it would have really been draining. And so instead, I did that vlog I was working on while I was in New York. And I didn't do any pods while I was in New York because I really wanted to have a nice vacation. And I did. It was a great time. I booked a trip because I was sad. And then I was like, Dylan, come with me. Come be sad with me in New York. Because if I'm going to be sad, it's going to be in a better city than where I am right now. Nothing wrong with being sad in Austin, but I wanted to get away from the problem and stuff. So I was like, you know what? Let's go on the road. Let's go to New York. Yeah, I'm in New York, I had the best time. I got back though, and I was in Austin for about 24 hours, maybe less, and then immediately went to Houston for like 5 days, 4 or 5 days, and I think I did 8 or 9 shows while I was there. I got so much stage time. It was the first time I've ever really gotten asked to go open for someone, and it was a lot of fun. And I'm super happy that I had that opportunity. It was at the Riot, which is a really cool venue for comedy in Houston. If you are there, you should definitely check it out. I also did shows at Secret Group, which was fun. And it was just, I had a great time. And I did a show at an art gallery, which was also really cool. Especially because the art gallery, it's not like a normal art gallery. It's not like other art. They got dick art, and that made me happy. And yeah, I had a great time on the road doing that with my Jordan and my Dylan. And now I'm back home, and it feels nice to be. It's the one thing that bugs me is as soon as I get back, I'm so tired and I'm ready to relax, but I never let myself relax. My therapist and I are working on that right now, and it's not going well because honestly, I'm not the type of person who can sit still and do nothing. Like this morning, I think every day I said I wasn't going to do a mic. I was like, I'm going to go to my mic. It was like I sat at home alone all day, and I was like, I guess I should go. Because doing comedy is like the bare minimum is just do a mic. And so when I don't do a mic, I feel lazy because I'm like, I'm just being a lazy shit all day. But I do need to learn how to relax more. Sorry, I just keep looking at the leaves on this thing. It do have cool leaves, though. It do. I enjoy planting. I got really into it when I got dumped 3 years ago. I got really into gardening and like succulents and stuff. And then I realized all these succulents die on me. Cactuses are pretty much the only ones that I can keep alive along with this and my kale. And dude, I put my kale through hell because I'll be gone out of town for 2 weeks, come back, it's dying, and then I just like feel like God pouring water back in it and seeing it come back to life. Then I'll do it again. I have people come to water my plants, but I forgot to ask last time. But it does give me a God complex, so I think I might tell them specifically next time, don't water the kale. I want to feel like God for a moment. It makes me feel powerful and better about myself. What? I don't know. Honestly, I've had such a good week of like being back home. I've gotten to see all my friends, Chris Tellez, Dulcie Mack, Marnie, and Giuseppe, and just like be goofy and relax this week. And again, relaxing is like very not natural for me. So today I decided I was going to do nothing but self-care, not making any plans this week. If I do have plans, I make one plan a day for like during the day, and then like shows at later on don't count, but like one meeting of like coffee or like something like that, because that's all I can mentally take, because I'm such an introvert that I spend so much time alone during the day so I can prep to being around others later at night. Like I have a show tonight and I've spent absolutely all day by myself. It's been incredible. You know, like I went to the gym, worked out, relaxed. I mean, God, I feel good. I'm like, please leave me alone, people, so I can breathe on my own. I went on a date with someone, actually, as soon as I got back. I was like, I know in my vlog, I was like, I'm done with dating. And then I was like, JK on Tinder the whole time. I went on a Tinder date, and I got catfished. And that's okay. I just think if you're ugly, own it. If you're obviously in your photos trying to divert from a specific facial feature or something you have, it's like, what do you think's going to happen? I'm going to show up and I'm not going to see it. Nothing against, again, like, I think if I would have known that they looked the way they actually looked, I probably would have been down to see them again because I really like their personality. I just don't like when people kind of lie. I don't know. That's what I think catfishing is lying. Granted, I did have a photo of someone else completely, and they were like, who are you? That was a dumb joke there. Oh. Thank you. Oh, my God. Yeah, I brought the soundboard outside for this. I'm just so happy I did that. And I need to put this on something. What's in my outdoor cabinet? Old protein jars that I make compost for my plants in. I do coffee grounds and old food. Fun tip. I guess I'll put it on this. Is this better? Ah, it's moving. I am not winning today, and that's okay. It's not my day. It's not my day to win. And that's okay. Maybe tomorrow we'll try again. Fun brag, I have a ceramic bit for my drill so I can drill holes in planters. I asked for it for my birthday and it made me so happy. I have like a full ass tool set and I feel so cool. It's that and the fact I've used PrEP before, like the two gayest things about me. If you don't know what PrEP is the drug. It's super expensive. It's a drug that they use to prevent HIV and AIDS. I did it because, fun fact, after you get a little assaulty, after you've been assaulty, you know, they're like, let's make sure you don't have AIDS. I'm like, thank you. Yeah, I don't know. Today has been a really good day. I've kind of just been relaxing. The shows in Houston were incredible. I had so much fun. I opened up for Brian Scalaro, and he's very kind. He's an old comic from LA. I think he's originally from New York, though, because I was talking to him about it. And he was so funny. I Uber Eats so much cake over the past 2 weeks. I've just been on a cake rampage because I'm realizing, you know what? I like cake way more than I care about how I look. Like, cake makes me happy. Cake brings me joy in life again. I've been in therapy, and I've kind of been lazy with it. So I'm actively trying to work towards having a healthy relationship with food, which is something I've never done in my life before. I don't know why I've had this realization this year. It's like, what? You mean it doesn't have to be this way? It's like, what? You mean I don't have to feel miserable after I eat what I want? Because I'm allowed to do whatever I want, because we don't have to lower ourselves to fit society's standards of beauty. What? Like, being a woman is in now? What? It is really funny to think that, like, early 2000s was promoting, like, this child-sized body for women, and like, you need a hairless cooch and everything. It's like, I don't know about you, but the men that subscribe to that theory, fucking predators, probably. I mean, who wants to fuck someone that's like a child? Okay, that shit's nasty. I started reading. I actually finished reading my first book, and I told y'all about this a while ago. I got bookshelves so I would force myself to read more, and I have successfully read one book since, and I'm very proud of that. I was reading Confident Woman about con women throughout history. Super interesting. I highly recommend. Now I'm reading Killer Ladies and Cultish. I think the cult one is about how language is used in cults to basically break people down. It's very interesting. I'm only on chapter 1. And then Killer Ladies is about, written by the same one as Confident Woman. It is about female killers and serial killers throughout the history of the world. Because despite everyone thinking Aileen Wuornos, if you shout out that bitch, was the first female serial killer, she wasn't, and it goes way back, and it's really interesting. And I just find this interesting because it is crazy to think about how, like, crimes that women commit, when it comes to that being that heinous, we kind of just blow it off and like, oh no, because like we're like, oh, it's a woman, we could never, but that's a person who's supposed to nourish us and stuff. What, you mean they did this? No. And then when they do it, the only ones that we didn't really remember are like ugly women. But also when it's a pretty woman who does it, we always have to sexualize the crime, and that sucks. Because I can be just as bad as men can, okay? That's a little feminist rant there. But yeah, that's where I've been putting my time and energy. I don't know if it's even productive for me to really be reading those things. I'm listening to podcasts again about like news and stuff, because I realized I gotta have a lot more inputs in my life about what I'm thinking of, and like I want to learn a lot more and become a better, well-rounded person. And I think actually knowing what's going on in the news would be cool. Like, I had no idea. There's this thing called Lone Star Mission, Lone Star, whatever it's called, where I also sounded like I just had a stroke just now. So sorry. It's where they sent some army people down to the border, and essentially they're just supposed to report when they see someone crossing it, because they can't go actually detain the person. They have to go tell Border Patrol to go arrest them. And then Governor Abbott did that. And I think it's just really pointless. As someone who, like, works on the border and sees it, you know, I understand, because there are a lot of people being trafficked. There are a lot of people who are transporting drugs. And that's not cash money to do. Sex trafficking and drug trafficking, that's not that cash money. That's pretty uncash money to do. I mean, it has a lot of cash and money involved, but it's not a cash money thing to do. But people trying to come and better their lives is I think I understand it, especially when they are seeking asylum from a country where it does have a lot of corruption in the government. I mean, we do too, but we're not like dealing with the same problems as Mexico is with the cartel and everything. Cartel, don't go after me, a huge fan. But like, love your work. No, I just think that it is crazy that we are just like, well, let's arrest everyone that comes across the border illegally. Because there's also there's different reasons people come across the border. We don't know these people's stories. We don't know that. We're just taking it as, well, this happened. We're going to say they're all bad. I did hear that a lot of people do end up being able to seek asylum, which is dope. Asylum shit is the shit. When you need help and other countries will take you in, that shit's pretty tight. I think that's pretty cool that we help our neighbors out, you know? I don't know, it's still scary though, because like, yeah, there is sex trafficking, and yeah, there is drug trafficking, and that's not cool. I know I have seen, whenever I go down to South Texas for work and I see Border Patrol, I haven't seen any lately, but I remember 3 years ago, maybe 4, I saw just like a van, and a Border Patrol van. It's like a white van, and then it has like this green thing on the side, and just seeing like a family being torn apart in front of you is really traumatizing. Not as traumatizing as being torn apart, but it's really one of those things that you remember seeing, and it's sad. I mean, and they could have also been, whatever. But I definitely like seeing families torn apart is not enjoyable, really. Like they're in zip ties and because they don't even have the handcuffs for it. Yeah, it's sad, man. The world is a scary place, and it's okay. I just sounded like that cat from Looney Tunes. Sylvester. Is it Sylvester? No, I have no idea. I've just been taking a lot of mental health days recently and focusing on me and thinking about the border situation and women committing crimes because I think it's fascinating. And I also did ask y'all what you wanted me to talk about. I know, I did it. I asked. I'm answering questions, you guys. So cray. And I've gotten topics. So and I'm going to only do the best ones. The political and economic state of the world right now. Wow. That's a lot. And we're talking to someone who's barely educated and whose opinion doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. I'm just a normal bitch who doesn't know too much. But like I said, I'm actively trying to be a little more in touch with what's going on in the world because I do think that's important because I look really stupid not understanding what people are saying in front of me. Like when I was in college, I really had no idea I was like, oh my God, yeah, listen to the news, what losers? And I'm like, oh, I'm the loser, like I'm the one who's like trying to be like, oh, I don't want to know, but it's like knowing things is cool. Who would have thought, like knowing what's going on in the world is pretty cool. It's sad. I think it's always sad, almost like there's always something going on. And the more and the older I get, I realize it's always something, whether it's in your personal life or like the greater world. It's sad. Roe v. Wade, as I'm sure all y'all know, might be overturned. And that's not an ideal thing. Because then along with that, there's so many other things and like laws and stuff that have been based off of that one. I think it's an amendment. I don't know. Roe v. Wade has been the background and foreground for a lot of other laws that have been made. And so it's like, well, if that gets overturned, a lot of other stuff might be overturned, and that sucks. It's really just about the right to privacy, and like you can do what you want and close doors when it comes to like, especially like medically, it shouldn't. There are so many circumstances where abortion is the only option and like a woman's health is at risk, and we're saying, well, if she murders the baby, but it's her life who already has been established, she has relationships in that, but you can't get an abortion if it's literally threatening your life. That's insane. Also, in cases of incest and rape, I just dealt with a lot of trauma with religion growing up, and I was heavily bullied. I left 3 different schools in middle school to high school, because I was bullied very badly. And I definitely I'm glad I was bullied now because it helped me develop a personality. But being bullied, I was like, why aren't these people being bullied? Because like these people are fucking weird. I got bullied because I didn't raise my hand during worship while we were all singing to Jesus, which I don't think Jesus would really like a lot of y'all's voices. I even think maybe he thinks some of your lyrics suck, But, yeah, I have no idea how I got in that religious trauma. I've been processing it a lot recently and, trying to remember it because I suppressed a lot of my trauma from those days, and now I'm actively, as an adult, being like, okay, let's start to unpack it and think about it and learn. And it's taken a long time to get to a place where I feel like I'm able to do that. The state of the world right now. Oh, yeah, and then Ukraine and Russia, I didn't even want to touch on that because that's just fucking sad. People are dying and they're losing all of it's sad. I hate it. The world right now, not too cash money. That's my opinion. What annoys me about Willard is my animal. He is my love and my light and the best friend I've ever had in my whole life. And I love him so much. And he's also my worst enemy, What annoys me the most about him is he does this thing. I wish he was here right now. He's not. He's with my parents. But he walks away and then he'll look over his shoulder and then walk away while looking at you like you hurt him and he needs to watch you out. I'm like, what the hell? I've had you for like 7 years and you have always just been this weird little creepy weirdo who thinks they can act like they've been damaged by me, but I've done nothing but love you, respect you, feed you, clothe you, cuddle you, let you be the big spoon. It's crazy. It's crazy. Really be your own. Why isn't anyone looking into the Girl Scout cookie games? Who's making these cookies? Why do people lose their shit over them? Is it a monopoly? What are these Girl Scouts raising funds for? Why don't the Boy Scouts sling pastry? The Boy Scouts don't sling pastries because popcorn's manly, and that's what we teach boys. Is if you're gonna be a Boy Scout, you better know these cookies are for bitches and bitches only. Caramelized popcorn, that's our game. That's a man's world. Caramelized popcorn also helps the predators in Boy Scouts be like, oh, you like popcorn in your mouth. What about my balls? I regress. But yeah, I don't know. I was thinking about today a little bit of Girl Scouts. I'm like, is this kind of a pyramid scheme? Also, definitely like sugar. That's why they're good, is all the sugar in it. And because we're like, oh, we're supporting children doing this thing. Oh, women, Girl Scouts, they're learning manly things, progressive. We're like, hell yeah. Yeah, I think it's like definitely the commercialism involved, along with the fact that sugar is incredible. I'm not afraid to say it. Big fan of sugar. Shit's sweet. Sugar, that's pretty cash money. It is funny how much more we like Girl Scouts than Boy Scouts, because like who told the Boy Scouts sell pop? I think they started telling Boy Scouts to sell popcorn so we would look into it less, so then they can touch little boys, you know, because if we're not actively looking at it, we're going to kind of ignore it. It's like, well, the kid's being touched there and they're not selling cookies. I don't care. But you also might not hear about it because you're like, who the fuck would join Boy Scouts? They sell popcorn. That is it. I regress. What is the nicest thing a bathroom girl has ever said to you? I mean, God, the best place to get a pep talk, self-esteem. I don't have a relationship with my mother really, so like bathroom girls are my mother. They give me the love, support, and morale and validation I will never get from my mother, and it makes me so happy. Some things I've been told, you're beautiful, you can do it. He isn't worth it. You're really not valuing yourself as much as you should. And girl, just know you can do it. Also, I do think it's really funny, all these people with a Sharpie randomly in a bathroom stall. One, why do you have a Sharpie in your bag? And you're writing these cute little phrases. I don't think guy bathrooms have it, but like women in our bathrooms, there will be a montage of just inspirational quotes, you know? Because what else do you want when you take a shit or piss? Is to say the sign that says you're beautiful on a bathroom stall. It's really funny, the idea of the idea of walking into a bathroom so pissed off, so depressed, going to go pee and looking up at the bathroom door, you know, like this, and seeing it say, you're beautiful, and be like, you know what? I think I'm going to live another day because of that. I don't know. I just think it's so funny how many inspirational quotes are in the women's bathroom. It's really funny. It makes me happy, though, because it does kind of show how loving drunk girls are, and that makes me happy. I have no idea where they get Sharpies, so why do so many drunk girls have enough Sharpies that bathroom stalls are covered in these messages? Why? And, like, there's always, like, one crazy color, like pink, that's consistent. Is there a Sharpie hidden in the wall somewhere? I don't see a fucking Sharpie. I would love to write something. I think I would just definitely draw a bunch of vaginas, you know? If it's in the bathroom stall, I would be like, I don't know. I love bathroom stalls. I am not afraid to poop anywhere, and that's unless a boy unless it's a boy's house. I will poop in any bathroom, anywhere. Name a time, name a place, I'm there, I can poop. But I can't do it at a boy's place. It's crazy because I'm very bold with my decisions most of the time, but I'll never do it at a boy's place or a girl's place because that's like, I'm like, no, I don't want y'all smelling this. Marry, fuck, kill. Who? Marry, fuck, kill. Marry, fuck, kill. I think I would marry, fuck, fuck, marry, and kill, right? Best slash worst experiences on shrooms. I feel like I already talk about shrooms too much on my podcast. What, is this a Joe Rogan experience now? No. Best experience on shrooms. I don't know. I had a really good experience with my friends on 4th of July last year, and we all took shrooms and we all just kind of vibed. It was a fun time. I was really glad I got to spend that because I'd never really done shrooms with people. Like, it was probably like my second or third time doing shrooms. Like, actually, it was with my best friends. We all just had a time. It was like we were at a Steam Smokehouse originally, you know, just like vibing out there at their place, playing pickleball, and then went back to theirs, took shrooms, walked around. The only alarming part was like seeing how many, because we went to West Campus and all these fraternity people were there, and it's just white men lighting off explosives in the street. That's what the 4th of July is white men lighting off explosives in the street and us being like, it's fine. I'm like, we should always be wary of white men and explosives. That is my hot take. Taking plunge and trying to be a content creator. Do it, bitch. I don't know if this even I guess I am kind of creating content. Some would say, just do it. I mean, the best thing you can do is just do it. I mean, you're always going to wonder. I mean, when I was in college, I wanted to start a YouTube channel. I got the camera and everything, and I didn't do it, which is a bummer that I took so long to end up doing it. But I also think I wasn't in a mental place where I could have really done it or handled any criticism, and now I'm kind of like, I don't give a fuck, bro. You know, like, why am I going to care what other people think of me? What's the best show you've ever been a part of in Austin? Wow. My show, Freaky Friday, May 27th at the Green Jai at 8:30 p.m. That is the best show I've ever been a part of. I don't know. I've also actually, you know, clearly, like, my show I love doing, and I'm so glad that pretty much all of them have sold out. And it's really fun, and I like what I've created. I like how it's been going. Another show that I really like is The Filthy Show at Creek in the Cave every Saturday. Adam Lucky runs it. I think it's at 11 p.m. or 10 p.m. and it is just so much fun. Another cool show. I haven't gotten to do it yet, but I've seen it, and I was asked to do it, but I was out of town the day. It's a bummer. I would love to do it, though. It's The Pervert Show at Creek in the Cave. It's a monthly show. I think they're doing it June 3rd. You should definitely go out and check it out. I've just heard amazing things about it, and it always looks so cool. There's so many good shows in this city, and I think overall shows, the best show I've been a part of, besides, like, opening for people, is Don't Tell shows in LA. I mean, oh my God, Don't Tell is one of the best production companies for comedy shows, and especially the Don't Tell in LA. I mean, they packed it out. I think there was like 200 people there when I did my spot. I did good, you know, I did what I could, and I got some good clips out of it. Don't Tell shows are sick. If you're ever in a city where they have Don't Tell shows, you should definitely hit one up if you like comedy. Yeah, I don't know. There's been so many good things going on in my life. I know I like go on this like tangent, how bad the world is, and now I'm just like, I love life. I do love life. I've been working on doing gratitude journals every day. Why? Because my therapist was like, you should be more positive. I was like, well, I'm not gonna go get AIDS, so looks like I'm actually having to be a positive person and change the way I speak to myself. I realize I have a lot of negative self-talk, which is a bummer because I love myself, and I was like, why am I treating myself badly? What? It really be you sometimes. I was like, I'm the culprit? It was like in the Scooby-Doo when they take off the mask and it's Scooby-Doo versus Scooby-Doo. I think that was the reference. But it's like, it's just you. I was like, that's why I feel bad, because I'm making myself feel bad. I'm telling myself these bad things, and it's like, why would you treat yourself badly? Oh. But yeah, it be that way. I am just really happy with how life is going right now. I'm very fortunate. I've gotten to travel, and it was really cool. Again, like, it felt really cool getting to go do that weekend in Houston, and after doing New York, it's been cool. The past pretty much this whole year, for 2 weeks of almost every month, I have been out of town for shows, and it's been very fucking cool. It feels really cool to it feels cool. It's nice. It's nice feeling hard work pay off, and I'm just so excited to see what else this year brings and what this career brings me, and like I'm so excited for future shows and accomplishments and everything. I ate some pasta today. That's another thing I'm happy about, is I've been eating hella pasta because I love pasta. I hadn't had pasta in so long. The only pasta I allowed myself to have for a very long time was like black bean, like pasta noodles, or cauliflower and gnocchi from Trader Joe's. I still stand the cauliflower and gnocchi from Trader Joe's. But now I'm allowing myself to eat normal pasta, and it makes me happy, because I think I just, like, if you told me this like 2 years ago, I would have had a panic attack about the idea of eating pasta, which is insane. But I'm just really happy with where I'm at, and I feel really good, and I'm really trying to take care of my mental health. Literally, the only thing you can do if you want to be happy is try your best, and I feel like things work out how they're supposed to. It's always something I believed. I have several life mottos. 1, things work out how they're supposed to. I just firmly believe that, you know, what comes around goes around. Like, everything works out how it's supposed to. Did someone do something shitty? Don't worry. Works out how it's supposed to. If this one not like you, that's fine. You know, the people who matter will know. The people who matter will like you, or whatever. And then respect the finesse. I say that way too much, but it's truly, I say the word finesse a lot, more than I'd like, because I don't even like the word finesse. Like, oh, I'm going to finesse it. It's like, no, like, respect the finesse. Like, whenever I get cut off in traffic, I just have to tell myself, respect the finesse, because they saw their chance and they took it, and that's all you can do is be like, okay, that's fine, respect the finesse, because you would do the same. Maybe I didn't do the same, but you know, respect the finesse. Like, is someone just being a social climber? That's fine, that's their journey, that's their route, and you can't control others, and that's okay. But yeah, respecting the finesse is probably like the biggest thing to help me not be mad at people, because I'm just like, okay, well, they saw a chance and they took it, and you know what, I can respect the finesse because they did it on their own, and they did it, and that's cool. I wouldn't do the same thing, but we're not the same people, and that's life. We're not supposed to be the same people. Yeah, I'm gonna say a couple nice things to y'all. 1, thank y'all for watching. 2, I hope this episode wasn't boring. I'm trying a new format. Me after this is gonna clip this like I do for the reels, and hopefully it will be entertaining for y'all, and I hope y'all enjoy it. I really am trying to step up my podcast game, and I want to be able to create good content that y'all enjoy and like and want to come back and watch. I know I say the Just Okay podcast is mediocre at best, but I want to start making it maybe okay, not just okay, you know? Maybe a little more than just okay. I want it to be a good podcast that y'all enjoy to watch, and not just do the bare minimum anymore. I really want to make things happen, and it helps me get better at editing, and it means a lot that y'all watch this and have given me this kind of tiny little platform. It's like a little platform where I get to talk about this stuff, and I'm very grateful for all of you. Yeah, I'm grateful. That's really how I feel today, is grateful, you know? Let me just empathize real quick. Also, side note, fun bit I've been doing. Yeah, I'm just an empath, you know? I went on Twitter last week, and I just tweeted about being an empath for 10 minutes, because there's so many of these soft boys online, these e-boys or whatever. They're like, I'm emotional, I'm an empath, and then they try and gaslight you. I'm like, no. These fucking empaths, they're all like, I'm an empath, so it's just I really feel things, so it's really hard for me to be around you when you're feeling that way, because it bums me out too, so could you leave? Or you asking me to not sleep with another person is really restrictive of you, because I feel things, and I feel me inside of her would be really cool. Or I'm an empath. I could literally die if you kill my vibe, because I just feel so much. I'm going to close off there. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you enjoy. I hope y'all have an incredible day and an incredible week, an incredible life, and I love you. Bye.